All right, so as we walk through this hundreds of years old Portuguese fort, on one side we can see the big towering Grand Lisboa, which is the hotel and casino. That's quite beautiful, especially at night. And if we keep heading that direction, we would end up in what's called the Vegas of the East, which is a casino strip that in fact does 6 times the gambling in terms of the money per year compared to Las Vegas. And off the other side of the fort, we can see the ruins of the São Paulo Cathedral. And actually across the waterway there is mainland China. So it's a really unique cityscape here, both historical and modern in Macau. And it's for this reason I chose this location to try and work through an idea with you guys, because I'm having some cognitive dissonance. So for one, China is certainly not a small nation that you've never heard of. It's pretty famous and it's massive, and I think most people could probably pick it out on a map. And most people can probably imagine some aspects of Chinese culture in their head. And yet, when you come here, it's totally unexpected. So as you guys know, Ivana and I started our journey in Shanghai, where Ivana and my head both simultaneously exploded. We were blown away by the skyline, especially at the Bund, and we were really intrigued by the food because we thought we had an idea of what Chinese food was like, because there's lots of Canadian Chinese food in Canada, but the food was something different and something enjoyable. And we even went to a small riverside village, which was really scenic and really relaxing and really memorable. We had a nice time up there. And right after Shanghai, we went to Hong Kong, where we also went to a riverside village, which was totally different in the way it was organized and the way it was laid out, but also incredibly memorable and thought-provoking and a really worthwhile travel experience. And of course, the skyline also in Hong Kong, very impressive, especially from the peak on the top of the hill there. Now, right after Hong Kong, we came here to Macau, where first things first, my friend Ken and I both hit a jackpot. So we won some money. To be clear, he won a lot more than me, but we both had a great time partying. And there's a lot more than just casinos in Macau, because like I said, there's all of these colonial Portuguese buildings around that are right kind of nestled amongst the casinos. It's a really unique place to be. And with all these experiences in mind, Ivana and I are realizing that China has a lot to offer the world in terms of tourism. And so with that in mind, tomorrow, in fact, we are going to Chongqing, China. So we've already seen Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Macau, 3 very impressive cities, but it might be true that Chongqing will be the most impressive of all. And in fact, this video you're watching can be a little sneak peek of some of the footage we gather. I guess Chongqing is known for its sort of cyberpunk style, where once the sun goes down, the lights come on, and it looks incredibly modern and beautiful. And I think there are some totally unique features to the city, including but not limited to the train that goes right through an apartment building, which looks like something out of a video game, like Sim City or something. So I'm really excited for Chongqing, but to be clear, it's not even the most thing I'm looking forward to in the coming weeks, which really speaks to the amount of opportunities there are in China for tourism. So after Chongqing, we will leave China for a week or 2 to reset our visa, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a very unique 72-hour visa to a place called HARPIN, which I'm so genuinely excited for. Now, to be clear, the footage you're about to see is not Ivana and my footage, because this video will be released on YouTube before we go to HARPIN. But the opportunity there for a winter festival amongst the ice in the freezing cold in China is something that I really never knew China had. And so it's so funny because I think of Chinese culture and I think Chinese New Year, I think all my Chinese friends in Canada, the red lantern, some ang pao, maybe the traditional building with the sloped roofs. I thought I knew the food like lemon chicken or sweet and sour pork. I thought I knew the Kung Fu movies and of course the Great Wall of China. I thought I had a good understanding of what China was sort of all about, and I really didn't know much because I did not expect there would be a -20 or -30 ice festival, which by the way, that town is built with lots of Russian influence, and so there are onion domes all around. The iconic Russian architecture in China in the -20 or -30 with people sliding and going through ice mansions. It's really something that I couldn't even wrap my head around. And so for this reason, I wanted to make this video, because it's so funny that Ivana and I have seen like 1% of China, maybe, and yet we've done and seen so many things that were unexpected. I think the right move for Ivana and I will be to get like a proper visa where we can do multiple entries over the course of 10 years or something. I think that's most easily done when we're back in Canada. So if you're watching this video, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. because we can see who's subscribing and where they're from. And if we get a bunch of Chinese subscribers, it will only encourage us to come back sooner rather than later, because there's lots we still want to see. Haven't seen the Great Wall of China. Haven't seen the part of China where they filmed Avatar with these like rock mountains everywhere. And I'm really interested in going to Hainan province, which is an island province in the south. I think it's relatively tropical with beaches. Also, the food there is very famous, especially Malaysia. So there's lots we want to see and do. Not to mention, Ivana's ancestors are from Fujian. So please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe if you want to see us get a proper visa, because right now we're limited to the 144-hour visa-free transit only, as well as the unique 72-hour visa in HARPIN. And so with that in mind, I wanted to make this video because the past month of traveling around China has been some of the most memorable and most eye-opening experiences. And this is why we love travel. It's because you have these things in your head and then you're confronted with a reality that's different, and you have the choice to change your beliefs or not. And so you can kind of grow this way through the experience of travel. And so just a short video today, but I will bring you guys for dinner because I've got a new favorite food here in China. So let's eat. Alright, so the first thing I love about this place is after you order, it comes out in like 5 minutes.
So you need to cook the meat first and then mix together.
Okay, thank you. And the second best thing is after you get it, you get to play with it. So the idea is you gotta kind of cook the meat yourself. And on top there's cheese. Oh, so nice, right? And under the beef is onions. Oh yeah. So this one is beef and cheese, which for me is the best one, because to be clear, we've had this 3 days in a row. I've tried the pork, I've tried the beef, and actually both times I've tried this, I've burned my mouth. So I'm gonna learn from my mistakes and wait.
Caramelize this onion.
I guess it's a bit like Korean barbecue when you do it yourself.
Yeah.
The cheese becomes all melted and onions become caramelized, and it's so good.
Thank you.
And so, after you're done mixing it, it's sort of similar to a regular stir fry. The difference is, because the metal in the bottom is still hot, the bottom rice gets like black and turns into this funny texture where it sort of gets stuck in your teeth, but it's so flavorful. And it's really one of the best things you can eat. There's cheese in there, onions, and actually corn is the right veggie because it has a bit of a crunch to it. I think this is my new favorite Chinese food. I think it's better than house chip bread. Actually, if you took the house chip bread and you used it to eat it with your hand, whoa, that would be the best Chinese food ever.
Crazy.
That would be good, right? But quite honestly, Ivana and I had this 3 days in a row because really yummy. I said it wasn't gonna burn my mouth, I just did it. This is what I mean here. This kind of burnt rice that's sort of soaked in the fat from the beef, it's like the most flavorful. And so for me, definitely 5-star food. Let's be clear. 6-star food. And I guess the question that I'm driving at in this video is, could you call China a hidden gem? Because it's so world famous, right? It's so well known by everybody. Even when we walk in this restaurant, there's the cat with its arm like this. So Chinese and so distinctive. There's so many aspects of Chinese culture that have been exported to the rest of the world because of all the Chinese immigrants, I guess.
Right.
But could you call it a hidden gem? I think it's a hidden gem that's incredibly well known because you think you know about it, but there's more to discover.
Right. That's right.
And so there you have it. Thanks for watching our video. Stay tuned to see how many times I burn my mouth. It's more than 5. Thanks for watching. Bye.